I'll plug this picture.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out petrifying pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, "Bitch." And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that usual YouTube shite.
One.
I thought you had it.
Look at that. Check it out. Test. Oh shit! Is everything muted? Let me check. My mic should be okay. Can you lads talk? I think
Nope.
we picked up your spikes there.
Sounding good.
If People in the chat can let us know if the audio is good.
Bright?
You're always complaining about something. So I've got music playing. Jackpot was whinging that it wasn't loud enough, so I've bumped it up a little bit. So let me know if it gets too loud. I can adjust the music separately as well.
Damn, we're in
I can't speak. Yeah, we're in the... I don't know what we're in. I'm not going to finish that sentence. But we're in some kind of cult. Some kind of weird cult going on. I'm the leader because I got the HUD. And these are my initiates, Muzz and Mr. Jackpot. We're PCVR. We're joining the cult.
He has the hood.
No, not like that. Not like that.
Not me.
All right. Let me try and catch up on the chat a little bit before I get started properly, because immediately we had a message from Mr. Lord Beavis like an hour before we went live saying, just so you know, if you have a video card that has the virtual link port on it, you don't need that adapter. That's what people are saying. But from what I hear, that specific type of port, link port or whatever, is only on the older cards, which like a lot of people wouldn't have these days, including myself, including Jackpot. So does that mean there'd be weaker cards as well and they'd struggle to run VR anyway?
Nope.
No? Alright, never mind then. But thanks for the heads up, Mr. Lord Beavis. Because there's people out there talking about how they've already got PCVR running and they don't even have an adapter yet. Roy Schwartz is peeping. How you doing, Roy? Rogues is top of the morning to you, mate. Geisen is moist. Nice to see you, Geisen. I bet you Geisen in the Discord by like a fraction of a second. It was very satisfying.
He wouldn't shut up about it. He was so proud.
I got that bitch. I got him. I told him I was going to get him all along. By the way, I've got the creepy eye thing on my webcam as well, so it's going to look like I'm making eye contact, but I don't. Watch this. Watch my finger. You'll see an eyeball over my finger. It's weird. Real eyes, fake eyes. Jeez. Anyway, I'm a reptile now. Got fake eyes.
He will be proud.
That's a little disturbing, actually.
Yeah, it is. I think so too, but I like it. And also, watch this. Watch this. You see that?
It's a delay, so hold on, because you're in Ireland.
I'm tracked.
Oh
I'll never be able to focus. Unbelievable technology. Have you ever seen it? Anyway. No, you haven't. Of course you haven't. Relic says, walking along the beach, not watching, so make it orally pleasing. I think he wants you to please him orally, Jackpot. You've got some experience with that. What about you, Muzz? Any experience with pleasing gentlemen on the beach orally? What's he doing? What was that? I think Muzz is into it. Donnie is there. How you doing, Donnie? Smashing the thumb. Thank you very much, Donnie. Appreciate it. Bad Robo says touching girls. Oh yeah, I forgot about the girls. There you go. Should keep Jackpot company for a little while.
Thanks. Who said that?
It was Bad Robo.
Bad Robo.
This is the PG-13 version of the girls as well. We're not going to have any incidents.
No yellow dress.
No yellow dress, and Black Bra is gone also. No girls on the sub. Bad Robo, come back, please. Important says, look at this production value. I feel like I'm playing video poker at the bar. That's what I was hoping for. See, neon, lots of lights, neon, all kinds of shit going on. You're all in white shirts. You're officially a cult. There you go. Very disturbing with the eyes. Uncanny Valley. I just knows every time I look over, I'm already looking at the camera. It's like scaring myself.
And that's weird because I don't know if you're actually for real looking or not.
Oh, that's good. Batropa says only some old cards support this port. Okay, which is whack. And Brandon is here. How you doing, Brandon? Donnie says take Eye Pumpkin. Eye Pumpkin is your new gamer tag. I don't know. Leave her alone. Don't touch her. So how you been, lads? Muzz, Jackpot. It's been a week. How are you keeping?
Doing good. Doing good.
Playing anything?
Good. We finally got a win in contractors. Well, not finally. We already won twice a long time ago. But it's been a long time we got another
No
win,
evidence.
You know?
No evidence of that ever happening.
There's evidence.
Yeah. Did you stream us?
LSB. No, but LSB got all the evidence.
He's always editing videos. He probably stole somebody else's gameplay.
Nope. My voice is there. Everything's there.
I'll be playing Contractors soon. I'll be playing it soon on PSVR2.
Yeah, but the way you play the other games, I'm not expecting you to do much.
Oh my
so
god!
you gotta be champing.
If you're winning, I'm gonna be fucking bringing home the 2-time, the 3-time, and the 4-time
No,
championships.
buddy. No.
Roy Schwartz says just hum in E minor instead of the soundtrack. Is the music okay? Nobody's complained about it yet, but if it's too loud, let me know. Or if it's not loud enough, let me know. Fluke Rogi says generally the 20 series NVIDIA cards with the Virtual Link USB port. So we're on what, 40 series now? So that's like, is that how you go by generations with NVIDIA? It's like 20, 30,
Yeah, I think
40.
they're doing 50s now.
So you're talking about 2 generations ago to get it to work that way. HC Pegasus, nice to see you again. Says, even a long time no speak. Been playing PCVR with the Quest lately since Ultra went down the pan. Looking forward to pulling the PSVR2 to use soon. No more charging batteries. Amen. Amen. Jackpot seething in the corner listening to that.
What do you mean no more charging batteries?
Just buy a Bobo. Oh, buy a Bobo strap and stick it on your head. He's saying he's not
Yeah,
playing the
and
Quest
after you
anymore.
play 3 hours on the PSVR 2, what are you going to do with your controllers? They're dead. And you can't buy another one, so same shit.
No, they last for like 4 hours. All right.
All right, well, I can switch batteries easy. I can play forever if I want to. You can't. You're fucked unless you play wired, you know.
I could play with a DualShock. I switch over to a game that supports the DualShock controller, and I just play that.
Play contractors.
you
Play
know?
contractors for more than 4 hours. Remember we play Firewall for like 8 hours?
Yeah, those are the
You
days.
can't do that. You're not gonna be.
Those are
able
the
to do that,
days,
you know?
all night
Totally.
long. Deadeye Pumpkins is important. I won't copyright infringement for Dan. Donnie doesn't hear any music. Interesting.
Told you.
I don't trust Donnie though.
Lie. Why are they? Why?
Not currently playing anything that he's.
Why are they here? Why are they here?
Why is
I
who
don't
here?
mind. Whoa.
Why is who here? I'm gonna bump
Girls.
up the sound a little bit. Yes, boss.
Actually, I don't think I hear any music either.
I was just gonna say, is
Oh,
he
it's
just
weird.
staring at the
Oh,
girl
no.
dancing? Is that all he's doing?
It's really,
Not-
really quiet.
Okay, I'll bump it up. This is why we have these little talks. All right, we have these little talks. I've bumped it up a good bit now, so give it a few seconds, and it might take a sec to come up on your end. Mr. Jackpot, please give us a lizard. Yeah, have you got the lizard filter ready, Jackpot?
I don't, but I can pull it up later if you want.
Yeah, save it for the fax machine segment, maybe. Pegasus is not currently playing anything that needs the controllers. Interesting. So what you're saying is just porn. HC Pegasus says, I think the controllers will be available soon enough. PC users will hopefully create the demand. I don't think we're ever going to get a controller separately, to be honest. Jackpot is sore. This is important. There we go. Mostly driving games and flight simulators. Yeah, you got the wheel and the stick. There you go. See that? Something for the ladies. I snuck in something for the ladies there. Enjoy that. I won't be called sexist.
Shit.
I actually forgot. I forgot I did that. Bad Robo says, hey, you can connect some Bobo to the PSVR2 orbs, I think. Damn, is that true? You can definitely connect like external battery packs, like strap them on your arm. Although that would be a bit ridiculous.
Yep.
Anyway. Alright, that's enough chatting.
What have you been doing besides fucking around in your computer? You
I've been
happy?
doing-
What's the difference? You know how? Well, could you do this with your laptop?
No. I always wanted to know, the last layout we had was just like the pumpkins, a picture of the pumpkins. I always wanted them to be moving around and shit. I always wanted an animated background, but it was stuttering the shit out of my laptop to do that, so that was a struggle.
Now you went crazy. You know.
Yeah, but then like even this looks kind of simple enough to do, but I had to learn in DaVinci Resolve. Like I'm learning this brand new software, how to cut out these shapes in a moving video and stuff like that, so it was a bit tricky. My head was a bit sore with that, and then today my head was fried with trying to get the PC adapter ordered so that I can hopefully have it this week. I don't know if I will or not, but that'll lead us nicely into the first topic, which is the PC
I hope you do
adapter.
by Friday. Get it by
Tomorrow.
Friday so we can watch Rough and Rowdy in big screen.
I don't know what that is. That porn? I'm not watching porn with you on big screen. I keep
Not
saying.
porn, bitch.
I keep saying I'm not watching your rough and rowdy porn.
That's not it. It's fights, bitch.
Yeah, I'm sure. Steve Football or Johnny Football or whatever he's called.
I eat ass. That's one of the fighters.
Disgusting.
That's the name.
Anyway, the reason we're talking about this is obviously because it's out tomorrow, and also in the last week we've got impressions from. Why is that lady there? I thought I cut her out.
No, this is a different one.
Okay, so she zoomed in later on. Anyway, sorry. We got impressions. It was weird, as usual, with PlayStation. Everything they do with PSVR2 is weird. Doesn't make any sense. So it's like 3 European dudes who got to have early access hands-on. 2 Germans and a French fella, I think. I think there was someone in the Middle East as well. And then like an Asian, Japanese or whatever preview went live today. It was just like not a single English speaking hands-on preview from what I could see. Obviously one of those YouTubers, Voodoo VR, he this is ridiculous. I gotta take them off, they're too distracting.
Oh my.
I can't look without laughing. Just a
Don't
woman
put it right
gyrating.
in front of his window.
Anyways, what were you saying?
So yeah, there was a German dude who got his hands on this. But he translated his stuff, like he has an English version as well, so he was able to do like English videos for it too, which is where I got most of my information from us. But also there was like the YouTube translation thing that it has with the captions, which kind of did a job on the other lads. But it's a mess. Like for me, for example, in Ireland, I don't know where to order it. I've been ringing retailers today. I rang Spitz, Harvey Norman, Curry's. None of them knew what it was. They looked it up on their like databases or whatever, and they're like, "No, sorry, we don't know what this is."
Is that a game store only?
So Smith's
Like
is like the
video game
biggest
store?
like video game, but then Harvey Norman's is like PC stuff and gaming, and also electrical and
So the
stuff like
biggest
that.
gaming store in Ireland, they didn't know that the fucking adapter was coming.
Didn't know what it was.
Nobody plays games
Didn't
in
know
there,
what it, and it wasn't like a quick, no, it's not here, goodbye. It was like he was on the phone with me for 10 minutes. He's like, hold on, let me check this database here. We've got this other thing over here. So he was actually, he was putting the work in. It wasn't a very flippant thing. He was like, we know what's coming out in the gaming zone or whatever they call their like gaming section between now and October, and this thing is not on that list. So
But that they knew what it was. The employees were aware of what it was.
after I told him, he had to Google it on his phone, and he's like, "Oh, this thing," and he's like, "Oh yeah." And the two of them were at it. I could hear him. He was talking to a friend. The two of them were trying to get us sorted. And like, "Sorry, we don't know if we're going to get this. We don't know when we'll get it." So then, Amazon was the other hope. So on Amazon, there's a listing for it there, but it says currently unavailable. However, thanks to a dude on Reddit, I should probably get his name because he deserves credit. Give me a sec to get his name. But thanks to him, he got like a little hack, a trick to get that shit working. It's elevated temperature or something was his name. Temperature equal, that was his name. So on Reddit, he found a trick. So there was a bundle available on Amazon UK. So you could buy the PSVR headset and the adapter separately. So you buy it before it goes through. You cancel it. Then you get an email from Amazon saying, "Oh, please continue or please finish your order." So then when you get that email, you get a new link. And with that link, you can then remove the headset from the bundle and order the thing by itself separately, which is what I've done. And like in the last few hours, I finally got charged. But it hasn't been dispatched yet. But I got charged the correct amount, not fucking 500 sterling or whatever it is for the headset, the bundle.
So how long does it usually take when you order shit on Amazon from the UK?
Could be 2 days, but
Really?
it's said to expect it between the 9th and the 10th. So the 9th is Friday, I think.
hope you get
So
it
I'm
on
hoping I get it on Friday. And it's fucked up because I'm on holidays this week from work. So I was like, class, this is going to work out nice. I'm going to get it on
my
Wednesday. I'm going to
God.
stream the shit out of it.
Oh my God.
And now it's looking like I don't even know if I'll get it this week at all. It could be a Monday thing. Might have to wait till Monday. If I'm
What if
lucky.
they just get it at the stores tomorrow? You just call and like, oh yeah, we just magically got some. Yeah.
But I've already paid for
go
it.
pick it
I've
up.
already paid for it. Then it's like I got to pay for it again, and then worry about refunds and all that headaches.
They're gonna send you something totally wrong. It's just gonna be like a USB stick.
It could
or
be,
something.
but like there's so many people are doing that on PS. Like, cause I found that on the subreddits. It's like I wonder if so many people do this. They're like, hey, what the fuck is going on here that everyone is canceling their bundle and then keeping this part? Like, maybe they'll not honor them because technically we're trying to cheat the system or whatever. But they're also bitches for not letting us order it separately. Like, it's like, oh, you can have it in the bundle, but you can't have it separately, which is messed up. Muzz, Jackpot, you're not getting it anyway, are you?
Fuck no, for what?
No, you don't need it. But Muzz, you are going to get it. So what's the situation in Canada?
Well, I have it pre-ordered. I can pick it up tomorrow as soon as they open. But I'm gonna be at work though until like
Boo.
Boo's
four.
right.
Colon sick, so you got
I gotta wait
explosive
anyway.
diarrhea.
I might.
I'm trying to see. There's a little gap above Muzz's head, which is annoying me. But basically, Muzz, you're sorted, is what you're saying.
You fucking bitch.
Yes. Yeah, I can just go pick it up tomorrow. It's already paid for. Just drop in, pick it up, and go home.
Shit. Wrong thing. I'm sorry. Keep talking here. I'm trying to fix something.
Important says that
past
Muzz's
my balance
volume is low.
Muzz's volume is low.
Volume is
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, I can turn my mic up.
Nice, because I can't.
Did you see? I don't know if in Canada too, Muzz, but Half-Life wasn't so. I think pumpkins.
Yeah, that's a topic. We got that as a topic.
Oh, you're a bitch.
You are a bitch for not knowing your topics. It's the frame. That's what I need to change. Or the border, I should say.
I'll turn it up to here. There. Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Hopefully.
I mean, you sound okay to me, but we'll find out in the chat
Porn.
soon.
Porn says that it was low. So you need volume.
Yeah, I just turned my mic up. So hopefully that
Whoops.
did the trick.
Technical gremlins, guys. How do I...
So do you guys got GameStop, right, Muzz?
Yep,
Over there.
Here we go.
we do. Well, it used to be EB Games, recently turned to GameStop.
We don't. All our GameStops closed down like after the COVID came along and fucking killed them. And
Well, we did lose a lot of stores here too. Like I think they closed about 4 around this area.
yeah, it's fucked up. So I've got to rely on these. But look, it's Sony's fault because the Smiths is good. You know, they're good for like all the PlayStation stuff I've ever needed. They're always on the ball. But because Sony are not pushing us, they don't fucking know. You know. Because the fella on the phone told me, well, it's Sony who needs to get onto us and add it to our catalog or some shit like that, and then we order it in, but we've heard nothing from them, or, you know. Important says, male dancer clip from your personal collection. You don't know Ricardo? He's famous. Donnie says, first topic. Prophecy777, nice to see you, says, just picked mine up from the local store, the only one they got in. Damn, they only got one in? That's scary.
How did you pick it? You picked it up early? Or do you have access
What
to
country
it?
are you in, Prophecy? Because I see Brazilians are out there getting it early. I see Polish people are out there getting it early. Like, some countries don't give a fuck about the street days. Which is the way it should be. As soon as you get it, you should be able to sell it because, you know, it's not like spoilers.
I asked them, I was in there a couple days ago, I said, is it hard street dated or can I come and pick it up like in a few days? He's like, no, and he even said he already had them in the back. Like, this is almost a week ago. I asked him. And he's like, no, we have them in the back, but they won't let us sell them until the 7th.
It's fucked up. You wouldn't be like, oh, I got fucking Ligma stage 5. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it
I
to
just need to see
got
once,
2 days.
I need
once
to
before
play
I die.
Phasmophobia one time, please. Before I become
Yeah,
part
no.
of a ghost in
But
Phasmophobia.
I don't see how it's a hard street date, though, if people have been getting them shipped out and getting them now.
Yeah,
like,
well,
if people ordered...
I got my
Do you think
headsets a day
if it was
early.
a hard street date, if someone ordered it online, then it shouldn't be shipped until the 7th, but people are already getting them, so...
Now, don't they do it like the day before so that it arrives on the 7th? And then
Yeah.
sometimes they do it a couple of days and then some people get it early, like I did with my PSVR2 headset.
Yeah, I guess
That's
if you
the-
happen to live close to the delivery area, maybe.
Yeah. Ace Diaz says, we're going to have bad tracking with the controllers. Well, that's a good thing to bring up. So, from the preview videos I've watched, I don't know, did you watch them as well?
Yep.
Yeah. Where basically, like, overall, I think all the previewers were like, it's good. They were happy with it. The quality is good. It seems like an easy enough setup. And the Steam VR app, which you can download today now, by the way, that's like very
Right.
kind of user-friendly. You know, it's nice and easy. But there is a problem with the controllers where you need a certain type of Bluetooth. Either built in your motherboard or you need a certain type of adapter. It has to be like 5.0 or above, maybe 5.1 as well works. I don't know how advanced they are. But luckily enough, I got the 5.0 one with my PC. So I'm hoping that'll work. But I'm a little bit worried because Voodoo, DE, so the German dude, he was like, even though I used the one that they recommended, Sony gave him a list of like recommended ones. He said he was still having some issues, so he had to get like an extension cord, like a USB extender, and then he plugged it into that. So there might have been some interference going on in his setup. Hopefully, it's just a him thing. But he didn't say like, oh, this happens with all my Bluetooth devices. You know, it's like it seemed to be like a unique problem for him. Man, those eyes are creepy. Anyway, so that's a worry. You know, you have to be a little bit concerned. Apparently, the metal on your PC or the tower, the case, that could cause interference. If you have other Bluetooth devices in the room, could mess things up as well. I don't know for sure. But yeah, hopefully that's not a widespread thing. I think Ian Higton as well was going to have a preview ready for today, but he didn't have that adapter, so he wasn't able to connect his controllers. So he had to wait to get the one that Sony recommended him. Which, by the way, it's ridiculous. How is the Bluetooth thing not included in the adapter itself? It's like this big fucking square. It's like stick it in there.
They don't even include the fucking $5 cord. Do you think they're gonna include this?
It's ridiculous. The cord should be included. The Bluetooth adapter should be included. Even if it ups the price, fucking $10, whatever. Just do it. We gotta spend it anyway.
I told you.
Cheap fucking bastards. And then they don't want you to get us. Like they don't tell you where to get us, how you're gonna get us. Everyone's in the dark. It's frustrating.
I still have to get that damn cord too. Totally forgot.
I've got it right here. Been sitting on my desk for like a week now, waiting to go. 1.4. Don't forget.
1.4. Okay.
Yeah. Bad Robo says, finally corn on PSVR2. Pumpkin bought a PC for this purpose only. Is VR porn like actual proper VR, or is it just like 3D cinema screen?
What do you mean 3D?
Like if you're watching
screen?
VR porn, is it like a 3D? Like you're watching?
It's not big screen. It's not.
No. I mean, is it like a 3D effect? Like if you go to the cinema, you put the glasses on, you get that shitty kind of 3D. Is that what it is, or is it actual? You're in the room with.
Have you seen it? Have you seen? It's because I'm telling you, you're so fucking far behind because of PSVR2. You can't do anything.
Yeah, no.
If you ever go onto VR on YouTube with any headset, I guess the Questico and stuff. It's just that the VR works.
So this is like 360. It's 360 camera.
I don't know. Some of them, I don't think they have 360 cameras. A lot of the cameras are, what do you call them? Like 180. Not
Okay,
the
but
whole thing.
the point is, you don't.
Assuming some are 360, but I don't know.
So when you're when you're watching it, do you feel like you're there, or do you feel like you're just watching like a big curved
No,
screen?
maybe if you
Yeah.
no, it's not a curved screen. It's a VR. But maybe if you have somebody who's never been in VR, maybe they're gonna fucking have the time of their life the first time. You know,
Yeah.
they're never gonna get out. But I don't know. Tell me in a couple weeks.
These sense controllers are getting in the way. I gotta get rid of them. Pumpkin, you could have contacted me. I would have sent it to you from Poland. Well, I didn't know that the Polish people were going to get theirs early. But thanks anyway. Hopefully I'll have mine in by Friday. Fluke Rogi says, ordered my adapter using the Reddit guys workaround. Me too. So I guess we're enemies, Fluke Rogi, because I'm worried that it's going to run out. You're my competition. Anyway, you're welcome. Ragos is back. Says, sup boys, how you doing, Ragos? Nice to see you again. What if scalpers bought all the adapters, lol? That's another worry as well. Like as soon as they do go live on Amazon or whatever, PlayStation Direct still haven't gone live for the countries that do have that. So they could get absolutely scalped, and we could get fucked. My only hope is that.
You said you were already charged though, weren't you?
Oh, I was, yeah. But I mean, like for the general population or whatever. People who haven't got it yet. But my only hope is that like it's an obscure enough thing that nobody seems to know about, so hopefully scalpers don't know about it either. Volume is a little better, says important. Like, you sound good to me, but if you want, if you're able to pump it up,
I have it turned up as high as it can go now, so that's the best I can do.
Okay. So this is what I wanted. I wanted to do like, if we move over to Skype, we could have our own separate feeds, and then I could control your volume separately. But OBS or something doesn't support that feature anymore unless you get some kind of plugin or whatever. But I want Discord to have that feature, NDI, I think it's called. I told them to say, go away, leave us alone. Pumpkin, give Muzz some girls. Hold on. I'll give them just the same girls, but I'll move them. How about between the two of them? They can share.
Yellow.
There you go. You got a devil's threesome over there.
She fits in nicely there.
She does, yeah. And kind of like the frame kind of looks like a pole as well, almost.
There you go.
Yeah, it's all
She's got a double
working.
pole. Double pole on the screen.
Maybe she's behind bars, let me out. Anyway, where was I? Prophecy says in Australia from JB Hi-Fi. I like the name JB Hi-Fi. John Doe Juggalo, another good name. Says good evening everyone. How are you doing, John Doe Juggalo? I hope you're keeping well. Gamma Games with what is that? An antelope emoji? I don't think I've ever seen. Maybe a deer. I'm not too sure. Anyway, Gamma Games. Nice to see you. Rego says, did Pumpkin get his? No, I've ordered it, but I gotta wait to see what happens. Hopefully by Friday.
Shit.
What?
They're coming out of my mic.
What's coming out of your mic?
The
Oh, the ladies are behind the mic. That German guy just had it plugged into the wrong USB port. He fixed it in his latest video. I thought he fixed it by plugging this into like an extender. So I watched another video and he's like, oh, I got it in an extender. It's like a big long wire just like lying on his floor, basically. Same thing happens with my Quest. Does not work unless I plug it into the good USB port. See, I saw people in his comment section saying, don't plug it into the USB 3 port. Plug it into the USB 2 port. Apparently, that is better. Although you're saying the good USB port, so it's conflicting information now. SDS says, fuck PSVR 2. I move out now. I'm living with Oculus Quest 3. Damn. You've turned to the, you've gone down a bad road.
The smart side.
Road. This is going to lead to homelessness and drug addiction, I think. Bad Robot says maybe it's a software issue and Sony will fix this. Yeah, could be. But also, how would they launch? Like, that's such a basic thing. How is it not fixed day one? Like, the controllers need to be fucking connected. That's such a fundamental thing. Rego says... Sorry, must go.
When you use your Sense controllers for the first time on PC, would you just link them with the same cable that you charge them on the...
No, you don't use the cable at all. So you go into like Bluetooth settings and then you gotta hold the buttons, like 2 buttons down on each controller, and they start like going to pair mode. So when you do that, and if you want to go back to PS5 again, you'll have to repair it that way again. So every time you switch forward, it's going to be a massive pain in the ass.
When you go to PS5 though, you should just be able to have the cord plugged into the PS5 and then just plug it into the controller, and it would just recognize it immediately, right? Yeah. So I think you don't have to do the button pressing to link it to the PS5, but
well, I don't know when. Well, I was testing it because I heard before I knew that it was the older graphics card who can fucking be able to plug this without the adapter. I tested it out and I downloaded the app. And for me, at least, the way to pair the controllers, when I turned them on, obviously my PlayStation turned on, so I had to delete them from the PlayStation, and then I had to hold the menu button on each controller and then the start button. And then now they will appear on my computer as, on the settings, Bluetooth, all that shit. So that's how I had to pair them, but I don't know if other people did it easier.
Yeah, that's the danger. How do you pair them without turning on your PlayStation? So you gotta unpair them from PS5 first.
You have to unpair them every time you play. I don't know, and pair them back in. I don't know.
This is why we need separate controllers. By the time
I get home from work tomorrow, everything's going to be ironed out, so I can just look on Discord and get all the answers of how to make everything work good.
Hopefully. That's the one advantage of not getting the adapter on time. Other people can do some troubleshooting.
Yep.
Sony half-assness as usual, says Regos. Pumpkin, your AI eyes pierce my soul. They sure do.
Yes.
Danny says the display cord and BT not being built into the adapter is just some more of Sony's bullshit. It's crazy. It's just little things. Like, everyone has a HDMI cable, but they still include one with the PS5. It's like just some decency.
Well, didn't you got one of those with the monitor when you got the monitor? So didn't
I got 2 HDMIs, but I didn't get the display cord, which I needed. Bad Robot says Mr. Jackpot is an expert in this matter. Clive Clivington, how you doing, Clive? Says, are you guys going to sieve Sony more money? Give money, Sony. Sorry,
Hell
I can't
no.
speak. Give Sony more money. Well, I have to. If I want to play PC games, I have to
Holy
give them the
shit.
adapter. But also, like when it comes to a game like Behemoths, I'm going to play that on the PSVR2 version. I just have a feeling that's going to be better. You know, it's going to have the full VSD rendering, it's going to have the haptics, the triggers, all that stuff that PC won't have. Donnie says, just finished your statement about VR porn with according to my friend, and none's the wiser. Damn, thanks, Donnie. It's smart. Smart strats. Important says, Nvidia's got you looking above the camera over our heads. Really? Maybe my cat. I don't know. Bad Robot says PSVR 2 even had an app where you could watch Korn. PSVR 2? You mean PSVR 1? I remember that had some kind of a media player thing. Pumpkin with the creepy eye syndrome. John Doe Juggalo says, all I know is I love my PSVR 2 and I'm glad more will get to check its greatness out. Easy fix, they could sell more controllers. But that's what we've been wanting them to do for like a year now. Since launch. Because I don't know about ye, what kind of state your controllers are in, but I've banged them off surfaces a few times now. They've got like these scrapes are starting to build up and I'm starting to get worried about the integrity of them, like, you know.
Yeah, I hit one of my controllers off my chair once, and it popped one of the circle loops. It popped one of the white plastic parts out.
Damn.
And I was like so scared that it like cracked the whole thing, but I just snapped it back in. So,
Okay.
but I thought I cracked it.
Yeah,
I thought I
shit
totally
happens.
cracked it.
Because you have to, if you want to get that repaired, you got to get onto Sony, send the whole
Yeah.
fucking thing back, the headset included.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know. Not just
apparently-
the controllers. Like, what bastards? They make you
You-
send your headset back.
Apparently
Do you
they send you a whole
prefer-
new thing then. Sorry, go on,
Right.
Jackpot.
No, I was gonna say, do you prefer to have the controllers like that? That if you hit the wall, it's gonna hit the controller, or do you prefer like the Quest 3 that has your hand exposed? What would you prefer?
Oh yeah, I take it myself, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
my
it's
my
so hard to
hand,
get new ones.
my skin will heal,
Yeah.
you know, but my PSVR2 controllers will not heal over time. They'll just die. But yeah, nuts. Nathy is here. How you doing, Nathy? He's peeping. Damn, we got a celebrity
So
in the
the
chat.
ladies-
Nathy's got like
the
million,
ladies
hundreds
came
of
in and
thousands
brought
of
everything.
subscribers over on his YouTube channel. Thank you, Nathy, for joining us. Rogue says, I swear I've been telling people all this shit for months. Most issues will be BT signal quality / antenna placement or interference. But it's still, like, why isn't that an issue for, you know, because it's connected with Bluetooth to the PS5. Why is it not an issue with PS5, but it's an issue with PC?
I don't know, buddy.
I'm just asking. I'm just putting it out there. Open question, you know. Bad Robo says, yeah, another problem will be repairing the controllers to PS5. A headache.
Yep.
And if I complain about this, I'll be called, you know, negative Nancy, whinging bitch, etc., etc. Damien, Monica, Delauder. How you doing, Damien? Or possibly Monica. Bro, why is there a dancing girl?
Why wouldn't there be?
Why not?
Have you been watching podcasts that don't have dancing girls?
It's weird.
Why don't they have dancing girls? What's wrong?
How are we
with them?
supposed to retain people? We don't talk about anything interesting.
If you heard how boring and monotonous our voices are,
Look, all these lights he's adding to try to keep people in.
Candy. Would you like some candy, Damien? Dan Parker says, hello, I have a confession to make. I sold my PSVR 2. I just spend way more time playing Apex and flat games. Damn, Dan Parker. You've been here for like the last few weeks, and like I thought you were a big PSVR 2 fan.
That's fine.
He gave up.
Dan,
He
tell me you
gave
got a
up.
quest.
Come back to
though. You getting a
Flash?
quest?
No, he's
he's
going back
getting
to
a quest
Flash.
test.
No, he's not
A new
getting the
quest.
quest. He's gone back to
3S.
Flash.
$300.
I don't know if I could go back. I don't know if I could go back. But that's your,
Hey,
it's your choice.
I've
then.
been playing some Destiny 2 as well, but I definitely will not sell my PSVR 2. That's for sure.
This she better cut off where I think she was going to cut off.
She will cut off. This one is the
It's
safe.
all good.
No, this is the dangerous one.
No. This one's the dangerous one.
This one. Listen, this one gets her nips out.
No.
I don't
You're
think
lying.
so.
But I
You
was
just
gonna
want to. You
say-
just want to see them.
No, but listen, last time it happened and your stream was fine, but I think it's fine. Anyways, Don't get a PSVR. Get
He can't keep his eyes up. Now he's like, is she gonna do it?
Anyways, Dan Pericker, you should get a Quest. You know, wait a little bit, a couple more months. Quest
Listen to
3S,
them.
get that, and you're gonna be
No.
a very happy man. You know.
Wait until 2026 when the Quest 4 comes out.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're just gonna keep
Wait
getting
along.
irritated.
Yeah, and then wait until
No,
2030 for the Quest
no.
5. Oh, she's gone, thank God. All right.
I told you. Jeez, you're relaxed. buddy.
Bad Robo says, yeah, you have to send back the Sony PS5, PSVR2, and the cabinet you hit with the orbs. Damn, they're going to repair the cabinets too. She participates in the well, she adds to the conversation, Bad Robo. You know, they do, I should say. Is that Janine Garofolo? I don't think so. I don't think these ladies are well known. These are just literally,
Janine-
they're just in my
In the
house. They're
streets,
just dancing
probably.
in my house. They
Janine
got a green
Garofalo?
screen. Garofalo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
that could be it.
That's what she does on her on her side time from acting is do stripping for YouTube videos. Damn.
Clive says, I bought a Varho Aero and 4090, but all I play is the 99 version of EverQuest. Shrug. Damn. That's the
Fine.
problem. That's the problem with PC gaming. Redux says, imagine the size of the BT antenna in the PS5 versus a USB adapter sticking out a couple millimeters from the USB board. But isn't there like integrated BTs on motherboards, and don't they also like allegedly have poor function? You know?
Don't question Rogue. He's an expert.
Because like apparently there's an antenna, but if there is an antenna in the PS5, it's inside the console. So I don't get it. I'm sure Rogue is right. Obviously, I'm just saying I don't understand it because I don't understand PC stuff. The more dangerous, the better. Says Bad Robo. Don't know why he's got an English accent. John Doe Juggalo says, so do we think that the adapter releasing means fewer ports from PC to PS5? I don't
no.
necessarily agree with that. But I mean, it could work the other way. It could be like, you know, it could open up certain developers who are only interested in PC to PSVR2, and they're like, okay, this isn't too bad. Maybe we'll stick it on PS5 as well nasally. Maybe.
Right.
Nope.
Probably not. But
But it does have a problem with if they have games that first release on like the Quest and on Steam that people that have PSVR2 can now play. If unless they port it over to PSVR2 with the enhanced visuals and haptics and all that kind of stuff, then what would be the point? Because like where would they get the sales from PSVR2 if people could already play it?
yeah,
The same version is yeah.
which is like,
It's hard to think.
I'm a perfect example of that. I was happy to give like Phasmophobia my money on PSVR2, but now I'm getting it on technically Steam, not PSVR2.
Right.
So they're going to be missing out on money for that, unless
And
I
it-
double dip,
and
which
it-
I might.
But if it does come out on PSVR2, if they don't enhance the visuals and the game is exactly the same, then would you still buy it on PSVR2?
It could be worth it for like haptics and shit, you know, being less visuals,
If they-
more
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
the
honestly, the
HDR,
haptics,
blacks, you
If
know.
they have the haptics.
But you'd
I don't
have, well, at
think
least
the
they
haptics
at
are
least
gonna be
have
that
HDR.
impressive.
HDR. That's
Yeah.
really important for a horror game, you know.
But then again, they might not even have the voice
Well,
recognition.
that's it.
turned
Yeah,
on.
then it's like neither version is perfect. Like you have to fucking lose something if you want to gain something else. So you got to decide for yourself
Yeah.
what's it gonna be.
But
Sadly.
for games in general, though, I don't think there's much reason. If you already can buy them on Steam ahead of time, especially if they get released first on Steam before PSVR2, and when it does finally come to PSVR2, if it's the exact same quality and it's not like enhanced visually that it's noticeable, then why would someone wait to buy it on the PSVR2 version?
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah,
you
this
can already
is-
play it. So-
they're definitely like cannibalizing some of their own software sales by releasing this adapter for sure.
Well, not their own sales for like the third-party stuff that.
I mean, yeah, I mean
Like,
Sony. I mean, Sony
yeah,
are doing this,
yeah.
not them.
Yeah.
Like they're losing their cut, 30% off
Yeah.
every game or whatever.
Exactly. Because and the only way to make it enticing to wait the extra little bit of time to get the PSVR2 version, if they do look like substantially better with like all the haptics with the controllers and HDR and all that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
most won't. So
Dan Parker says, I have 10 times more fun playing flat games with better graphics and gameplay, and it's more comfortable. Listen, I'm not going to shit talk you. If you want to go back to that, that's fine. That's your choice. I'm only joking when I say I could never go back. I will be going back with Silent Hill 2 remake and, you know, Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, although I'm hoping to get that on PC with the Unreal Injector and, you know, put myself in that. That'd be fucking unbelievably cool.
I think
That's
the
what
only
happens when it's trash. You know, PlayStation VR is getting people away from VR. It's like, you know what, this is trash.
No, I honestly went back to playing Destiny 2. Is my reason for that isn't like the convenience factor. It's just I miss games that are that kind of big in scope that I don't have on VR yet. Basically, if I already had that on VR, then I would never play Destiny again. But it's gonna be a while before we get a game that's like big, multiplayer centric, like co-op multiplayer, like a Destiny game where you have like just endless loot to try to chase after and all that kind of big scale.
Yeah. That needs
that's what
budgets. That shit needs budgets. And VR
Yeah,
doesn't have a budget right now.
It doesn't, no. So that's where I get my fix for that kind of scale, like that I can always kind of work towards getting something or having big teams to go into like the raids with and all that kind of stuff. But maybe someday VR will have that kind of experience, but we'll see.
Hopefully. Lord Ero, how you doing? Says, or maybe Iro, I bought a PSVR2 from a guy on an offer, up for $300 dues, and I finally understand the frustration from the community because it is an insanely impressive headset, and it is a shame Sony is failing it so much. That's why I get so angry. If it was shit, yeah, fine, whatever. I understand why you're dropping it, but you did so good. You did so much right with the PSVR2. All you need to do is support it. It's like the Visa as well. Like that handheld was like amazing for a
the
handheld.
Vita's great.
Yeah.
Vita's awesome. Yeah.
But they just treated it so badly, handled it so
I
poorly.
had my Vita was just loaded with like old PS1 like RPGs and like older games. I had like about 20 or 30 of them loaded on them, so I could just play those just on my handheld. It was great.
How fucked up is it that the Visa got a Killzone game and PSVR didn't? I think that's messed up.
And an Uncharted game.
And an Uncharted game. There you go. Important says 40 watch on the Doom angle is working. Damn, you mean my eyes? Is that what you're calling Doom angle, or do you mean like the Doom and Gloom?
The ladies. It's the ladies.
The ladies? They're the Doom?
The Doom angle. They're the Doom. They are the Doom.
It's fucking Ricardo. That's what's bringing the people in. 11 seconds of Ricardo. They heard about us.
We're spreading as we speak. Did you see that Ricardo guy?
Joel F says, hi all, how you doing, Joel F? Nice to see you again. I hope you're keeping well. Thanks for coming back. John Doe Juggalo says, I hope it makes more devs want to port to PS5. Hopefully. You know, at the end of the day, it is more headsets out there, more potential for people to play more VR games, so it's a good thing.
True.
Regs
We
is-
still have to kind of see the outcome of the surge in sales from that big discount. Like after like a month from now, when they start, I don't know. Well,
They gotta tell
Sony
us
doesn't-
numbers though. Headset
Yeah, Sony
numbers,
doesn't- I was
so it's
gonna
not
say,
fucking
with-
percentages, you know.
so Sony doesn't tell us like sales numbers at all. So like we're not going to really know what the difference in sales are for games. But it would be nice to know that, because like if we already knew how many games are being sold right now, like the top sellers in PSVR2, and then a month from now, if they could put out the sales numbers to see if there was like a significant increase because of all the new people that bought the headset.
Yeah.
But we'll never know, because Sony don't like to tell that kind of info.
No, not when it's not good. They like to tell you when it's good news, and then they stay
So we'll
quiet.
never know. We'll never
Well, maybe
know.
they'll tell us. Maybe in a little while they'll
Yeah,
be
well,
like,
yeah, it could be good news. It's
Oh.
like, oh, we've hit 2 million finally. Maybe that's milestone has been hit
Yeah.
now. I don't know. But
Or
so-
I'm talking to in terms of like the game sales, like how
Oh,
many
yeah.
copies of Resident Evil are they selling all of a sudden, or that kind of stuff.
It's gonna be interesting to see the charts. You know, the monthly charts that we usually go over. Like you'll see all the fucking like Horizon. I bet will shoot up again to number 1 and fucking.
Don't buy. If you got PSVR 2, you
Shut up! Listen, this guy hates. Why is he a host on the PSVR2
It's
podcast? I keep asking
It's
you, hate it.
overpriced. Get it on sale. $5 game.
It probably
Get it on
is.
sale.
I bet if they were smart, they would have had it on sale in the last week.
All Jackpot should do is just sit there and then every like about 2 or 3 minutes just shout out, "Don't buy PSVR 2,
Get a quest. Get a quest.
and then just be silent again, and then another 2 minutes.
But
Don't buy PSVR 2, buy Quest.
don't buy it.
Audio sound.
Yeah,
like
buy it. Because of my PSVR 2, I'm going to get to play Phasmophobia with you soon. All right?
Yeah, because you made the decision of spending way more money when you couldn't got the Questicle before. You would have been playing Population 1, VR chat, all kinds of stuff. But no, you decided to be a fanboy and throw $600 in the trash.
OLED. It's all about that OLED display, like I always said.
I
Rogue
guess so.
says, my integrated Bluetooth has an antenna on a 1 meter cable I can place anywhere, preferably head height. Line of sight, like my PS5. Like my PS5. Oh, I guess you have your PS5 up high, is what you're saying. John Doe says, PSVR 2 and PSVR 1 are the only headsets I have. There's so many games I'd buy, I think, if they'd sell them to me. I know. Like, for example, Half-Life Alyx. That shit would just go crazy on PSVR 2. Everyone would buy it. Not everyone would buy a headset, but everyone who has the headset would buy that game. Bad Robo says that's why there's no eye tracking, HDR, and haptics on PC, so you'd have to buy the PS5 versions, lol. Jackpot says next topic. This is the topic of the show, Jackpot. Alright, this is the meat and the potatoes. I think everything else is going to be pretty quick, so don't worry. Joel F says I've integrated Bluetooth and antenna is connected by cable to the back of the case. Okay. Lord Hero says quite literally Visa 2.0. Clive Clivington says, I'm done shopping with Sony unless it's a TV or MP3 player. Bring back the Walkman, Clive. Damien says, hey Petrifying, where are you getting those amazing intro beats? Love them and need to find them. If you're talking about the music that's playing right now, it's in the bottom right corner there. It's by Dicepticon. Check out Decepticon.com. His link is in the description if you want to check out his music.
Go buy his shit. Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Get him on Bandcamp, buy his albums. He's a very talented young man.
He's not young. He's a very old man. He's a very old man.
He sounds like a young man. He sounds like he's 7.
Sounds like
He's an old guy.
Steve-O. They said somebody put it on the LSB stream. Somebody commented like, "Hey, that guy you play with sounds just like Steve-O."
Yeah, he should pretend to be. He should get like a filter. You got the lizard filter. He should get like a Steve-O filter and start streaming something.
He gets sued for.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, he would.
Bad Robo says Vita is still great when it comes to emulation, but of course you need to have modded software. We can't condone that. Go to jail. Red Eye Jedi, how you doing? Says, is it true someone got 0 hour to work on PSVR 2 with the name controller? Heard a rumor someone worked out how to and is being sued by Sony. I don't believe that for a second. Like, I've never heard of it, and already they're being sued by Sony. That's the first I've heard, though, so who knows?
Someone was able to get 0 hour to run?
On a PSVR 2 with an aim controller. I think that's, like, impossible because of the way the tracking works, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Unless the headset can somehow track. I don't know.
You know, Ricardo's back. Sony will never release numbers, they are abysmal. Clive says, but you know how much the PSVR 1 to 5 sold though? Ironic. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. They'll tell you about good sales. But I suppose they did tell us about Visa, didn't they? Like, it sold 12 million altogether, I think. Dan says, that's what I mean. It was fun while it lasted, but it's still too niche at the minute, in my opinion. I just prefer the snappiness of online first-person shooter games and crispy graphics. Listen, nobody's going to blame you, Dan. Nobody's going to blame you. And virtual reality will be waiting for you if you ever decide to come back. Clive says, I used to tell people all about VR, now I keep my mouth shut. That should be like an ad campaign. I used to tell people about VR. Now I keep my mouth shut.
After I got so many eggs thrown at me and rocks. The welts were getting unbearable.
VR, not even once. Honey Badger is here, and he's up at this time of night. How are you doing, cousin? Badger, nice to see you. Quest 3 next, let's go. You better get a quest, then you can join us properly. Bad Robo says Mr. Jackpot is a Quest 3 ambassador. He's definitely a fucking infiltrator. He's in league with Zuck.
He's 100% turned to
I'm
the
just
dark
here to
side.
balance out a little bit because Pumpkins is
don't
the
need
ultimate
balance.
fanboy.
Don't need
and
balance.
everybody would be like, oh,
Everyone's calling me a Sony. You know, on Twitter, I get like if I criticize Sony at all, I'm called a Sony hater and negative
well, now,
Nancy, all
for the
kinds of
past
stuff.
2 years, you've been.
I didn't have any reason. I didn't have any reason to be angry at them for
What?
the last few years.
Yes,
'cause
you did. I told you.
Horizon.
I told you what
They
was
gave me
coming.
Horizon, an iconic game that you can't even imagine how
Trash.
good the grass
Oh,
looks
the
in that
mountain.
game. You can't even imagine how good the moss looks in that game.
I don't care about the moss.
Can't
I want
imagine. You
gameplay,
can touch your
know?
finger, you run your finger on the moss, and it moves gently.
You can put your hand in the water and it ripples. And
Oh
you can
yeah.
feel the
Oh yeah. You can't
happiness.
imagine that. You can't imagine that with your little Quest
I don't
hamster
care.
brain.
I don't care about the water being.
Important
Better
is we
request.
can't hear any music. What's going on here? Is it just not? Maybe I've got the thing wrong.
You probably don't have the output on.
Yeah, I'm gonna check now.
Thought the
It should be
computer was
monitor
gonna
and
solve your
output.
issues. Yeah.
Where's soundtrack? It is monitor and output. So I don't know why you're not hearing. I guess it's just too low. I'll bump it up to
Bump it up, buddy.
to here.
No, let me
Let me
check.
know if you hear that. It's a bit loud for me now, so whatever.
I hear it.
You can hear it?
Yeah, I hear it now. I can definitely hear it now.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. I thought I bumped it up like half an hour ago. But thanks for letting me
I
know.
told you
Important.
like 2 weeks ago. You're like, no, it's fine. It's fine.
You showed me like 3 days ago. I only added music last week. That was the first time. Donnie says Sona Visa to the PSVR2. Listen, the only kind of hope and silver lining we have is that, you know, it sold so well during that sale period that Sony are like reconsidering things. Maybe. I doubt.
Well, that's my hope too. So
Yeah.
if it sold like a whole bunch of headsets, they're gonna maybe wait and let us all play the PCVR games, and then they're eventually gonna release like a really awesome first-party Sony game, and then everyone that has the VR2 will be like, "Oh, cool!" And we can only play this on the PS5.
GTA 6.
And then that would be the dream.
Yeah.
But even if it's just a new game made by Sony, that's really awesome. Then if they see that game sells like a whole lot of copies, then maybe they'll start going forward with making more games. I think
You know, it
they're
reminds me
probably-
of these conversations of like Mexico used to watch these shows back in the day about like, you know, like what is it called, like Jerry Springer kind of shit, and it's like, oh, you know, why are you still with your husband after he beats you every week? But he's gonna change next week. Maybe next week when he comes, he's gonna. I feel like it's the same every time. It's like, oh, you know, maybe if this change, we're gonna get like, no, nothing's gonna change.
You don't get it.
Don't be
Sony's
the
a really
same.
nice
They
guy.
hate
You
it.
just need to give him a chance.
They hate us.
You just
They
need
hate
to
us.
give him a
Just
Just
chance.
misunderstood. Sony's
I
just
hope-
misunderstood. You don't
I
understand.
hope they bring something good because I want my money back. I really, honestly, it's not terrible, but I really wanted Firewall, so I'm very upset because there was something.
Still heartbroken.
weird
He's
going
still
on.
heartbroken
I am.
over the firewall.
I'm
Yeah.
destroyed because that was literally the main reason why I bought the PSVR 2. Because the other
Yeah.
games are great, but I already have the access most of them on the PC. So for me, that's why I'm more pissed about it. But no, it's great, but it fucking sucks if they hate us, you know.
They hate you.
Don't buy one.
Yeah.
Get a
They hate
Quest.
you.
It's fine. I got a Quest. I don't mind. I just salty because I spent $600. You know.
Dollar. Long time. Rogue says, I've had plenty of issues with those low-profile BT USB adapters with DualSense and DualShock 4, which was fixed if I held the controller near the adapter. Need an extension or cradle like I suggested in Discord. Okay. I'm going to test it out. I'm hoping that I won't need to because I really don't want to buy another fucking like wire or something. So if I can get it to work, I'll be happy. But if there's issues, then I'll order like an extension or whatever it is, cradle or whatever. DJ Dirty Yella, how you doing, DJ Dirty? Anybody been back to Firewall Ultra public lobby since the PSVR 2 sale? I still want to play it. Yeah, maybe it could be a good time to go back now after the sale. Maybe for all these multiplayer games, they might have gotten like a nice boost. I'm sure Pavlov probably gotten a good little boost with people too.
All the poor people that are buying a game that's dead and they have no idea.
Yeah.
It's not going to be going anywhere. But hey, at least
Damn.
they can have some fun, I guess, as long as
The
there's
servers are
lobbies
still
to be
open, yeah.
played.
As long as the dedicated
Yeah.
servers are up.
I just really feel bad for someone that buys it and then they go to play it and it's just like one of those times of the day where no one's playing it, and they're just sitting in the lobby by themselves for like 10 minutes, and they're like, "Why did I buy this game?"
Dan and the Cowboys matched with them again for the 100th time in a row.
And they just beat him up like so bad for like half an hour. Yeah, he can't even shoot his gun before he's dead, and he's just like, "Oh man, I don't want VR anymore."
Yeah. John
Demoralized.
Doe says, "Are people still playing Quest 2? I bought one last holiday for my daughter. She's not touched this in months." I think people are still playing this. Although I did see some kind of statistic, like only 8% of people beat Asgard's Wrath or something along those lines. Or was it Asgard's Wrath? Either that or Assassin's Creed, but I think it was Asgard's Wrath. So I think Questies over there, I think they might be more of a casual kind of crowd that maybe aren't big into their big open world RPGs. Those kind of games are wasted on them. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Jackpot?
Yeah, there's just so many options, you know.
Yeah,
If
too
that was
many
the only
options.
game like PlayStation is like, oh, we only have Resident Evil and all these like few of them, then everybody would probably fucking 100% them because there's nothing else to play, right? But
I don't know
there's
how
so
many
much-
games there. I don't know how many games there are on PC that I'm like dying to play though.
I've
Okay,
gone
maybe
through my
count
list. It's not a crazy amount, but I've got most of them.
I think there's
already.
about 5. I think there's about 5 games that I want to play that I don't have availability. That outside of like the mods, obviously, because
Yeah.
there's lots of stuff going on in the mod.
I think the quest pushes more. I think not more, but also a lot of the social apps and social, stuff as well. I think a lot
Right.
of people do that. But yeah, there's nothing, in my opinion, besides like Half-Life and stuff like that for PCVR that it's like, oh man, you're fucking, I think it's just the convenience, being able to just pop it in wherever you are, be able to watch movies, YouTube videos, all that. I think that's why, like you said, it's more like that casual, than really hardcore people, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so you had the idea, Muzz, of like listing the 5 games you want on PC, like most anticipated or whatever.
Right.
Would you want to do that now, or do you want to wait until like fax machine time or something?
I don't
seems
even have a
bit-
list ready. I was saying if you know the games that you're wanting to play, just go down them in terms of like which one you want to play first, down to like the 5th one or whatever. Like you're most excited to play.
Okay, I know my number 1,
can-
but I don't know if I know. Well, I probably know my number 2 as well, but the rest I'm not too sure.
Number 1, contractors. Number
No.
2, contractors.
No.
Number 3, contractors.
No,
Number 4, big screen.
maybe number 4. Jackpot, your video's gone. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I'm switching it
Nice,
because
okay.
you're a bitch. You don't want to switch topics, so I'm switching my character.
All right. Maybe we'll tackle that later on then. Can hear us a little now. John can hear us. What's up, guys? Long time no pee, says Nart Boglin. How you doing, Nart Boglin? Coming into my fucking videos, disrespecting the way I'm fucking putting together my PC. You better watch yourself, pal. Bad Robo says, Pumpkin, move the girl to the screen where PSVR2 is displayed. You mean the bottom? Is that what he means?
PSVR2 is displayed. You mean like the
video?
like the window that's playing the video right now?
I refuse to do that. I like her where she is. I like that she's got the frame in front of her. LSB says, lol. Rego says, guys, remember my uncle's friend's brother that works at Sony tells me good things are coming. Just hang on. Good looking, no one. Delete it. Can't wait for PP to play Alyx. I got us on the sale. I downloaded us. It's ready to go. Damien says, $20. That's right. Damien says, you guys
That's
think
gonna be my first game.
that'll be the first one? Interesting.
Yep. First one I'm playing.
Interesting. You guys think Half-Life Alyx will ever come over to PSVR2/PS5?
Nope.
Wishful thinking, or maybe? I think probably not. Just by the fact that the way they promote this adapter, they're always putting Alyx as like the example of, hey, if you want to play this is what you need.
Yep.
So I think they won't.
I think it killed all hopes that you're gonna see it on PSVR2 basically once they had this adapter out.
But what I wonder, the dinosaur's back. I wonder if it's Valve who don't want to port it, or if it's Sony who don't want to spend the money to get them to port it.
Sony.
You think that's what it is?
Easy question.
You don't think
Easy
Valve?
question.
You don't think Valve are like, nah, we're done? Because listen, nobody like a lot of people give Sony a lot of shit, but nobody gives Valve enough shit. Like they only released one game and then they didn't do anything else for the Index. You know.
But I think that's
True.
what they said they were gonna do.
What you mean?
Yeah,
They said
but-
that doesn't make it.
I don't
Like
think-
if
I
Sony
don't
were like,
think
no,
people
we're just
are
going to do
expecting it.
Horizon, that makes it okay.
Nobody buys it, but people still bought it. So
Yeah,
Well, nobody
but how-
bought the Index. How much? How many
Remember how
indexes
much it-
sold?
And remember how much the Index was when it first came out? That was
Yeah, it
like,
was like $1,000, was
expensive.
it?
Damn it.
15? I don't know.
It was like I think it was like 1,500 or something ridiculous, and that was like years ago. So that's even more expensive now. So
Nobody talks about the sale figures for the Index either. You know, I never hear anyone mention that. It's like maybe lumped in with other, you know? It's like Quest, PSVR2, maybe Apple Vision or something, and then there's other, which adds all the PC ones together in one pile.
right.
So yeah. Valve don't give us shit, you know? But if this isn't a Valve podcast or a Index podcast, so I don't. That's why I personally don't talk too much shit about them, is because I don't care about them. But
Yeah.
don't underestimate the fact that they've fucked up more than Sony. Like they've done less than Sony have, at least for hardware, like moving the Index as a platform. No, they've done
Giving
they've
people,
done good for
and
Steam
giving
VR.
people
like,
games to play as well.
yeah. ACS says this is going to be the last VR headset that we get, and I'm telling you right now, yeah, I don't think Sony are going to do PSVR 3. If they do, it'll be like a Quest standalone thing. Maybe. Nerd says Asgard's Wrath was okay, but I couldn't get into it. Important. Played Asgard's for 30 minutes and uninstalled it. Damn. LSB says I play VR every day and I still haven't finished Asgard's Wrath. So you haven't finished Half-Life Alyx. You were just telling me the last day you've got like... You've had like Half-Life Alyx since day one and you're like 70% complete. It's crazy. How do you people
he's
live
never
with
gonna
yourselves?
finish that game.
How do you people live with yourselves? Jackpot's true form. Zuck turned him lizard.
Well,
Regos...
honestly, it makes sense that he hasn't finished Asgard's Wrath yet because the battery only lasts like 20 minutes, so that's 20 minutes a day.
damn.
So that drags it out quite a bit. Every day he has a few minutes that he can play it, and then it's done.
Nice. Get owned, Quest.
That's a lie. That's a
That's
lie.
not a lie, it's true. Rego says no Valve said 3 games were coming and only released 1. Is that true? Damn. Lying bitches. Bad Robo says Pumpkin, can you make your eyes glow red? Probably, but I don't know. Like, I probably have to download a plugin or something to do that. I haven't researched that. Nat says, PP, if you give us your Steam name, then we can see your wish list and possibly buy you more games and or games we want you to try. That's very nice of you to suggest, Nerd Boglin, but I don't want to be, like, you know, looking for charity. Dan has already bought me Contractors.
He's already got a sugar daddy,
Jackpot,
so he doesn't need...
this guy over here, which way? Over here at the end. The dinosaur got me Devour, you know? So I've already gotten some gifts.
Better than Phasmo. Better than Phasmo. Better than
Stop
Phasmo.
this,
Buy
stop
it.
this, stop this. Doesn't have the depth of Phasmophobia. It doesn't have the depth.
Of course it does.
Doesn't
What are
have
you
the
talking
depth. It
about?
doesn't have the depth.
You gotta upgrade your characters. You get different outfits. You get different
You
things.
don't have, like, it's
You
always
don't
the
get
same
gear.
ghost. It's always the same
Sacrifice.
ghost on each map. It's always
It's
the
always
same
the
thing,
same
you
ghost in
know?
this. It's just fingers. It's not scary.
No, but the way they behave in Phasmophobia, that's what it's about. The fingers are not the scary. That's not the focus of Phasmophobia. It's not the jump scare at the end. It's the journey. not
You
the
have
destination.
okay. All right. Just wait. Let's play it in
Yeah,
a
alright,
month after
okay,
you play this
alright.
game and you play Devour. You tell me which one is scarier.
I just
Fucking
feel
being
like, you
dragged
know,
around
people,
by your
listen,
hair.
people like Peace Hawkins are out there putting 1,000 hours into Phasmophobia. I don't think there's anyone putting 1,000 hours into Devour, and that's all I'm saying. You know,
But he's a reptile. It's different.
well, you're
You are
literally a reptile right now.
No. Change.
Douglas says, I live in UK. How you doing, Douglas, by the way? Anyone knows what happened to the adapter in UK? It's still not showing on any sites for sale. I think you can either do the trick, which I did, which is go to Amazon UK, buy the bundle. There's a bundle there that includes the adapter. Cancel it before you pay, and then you'll get a link in your email. You follow the link, and it'll let you remove the headset from the bundle, and then you'll just be left with the adapter, and then you can buy it that way. So that's what I've done. I've been charged, but it hasn't been dispatched yet. John Doe Juggalo says Sony will only do a PSVR 3 if they can get it to the price point of the casual market. Standalone is the only way forward, in my opinion. I think so too. With the Bobo, you can play all day, says Deadeye Dan. How you doing, Deadeye Dan, by the way? But the Bobo is like, what, $2,000 to buy? Damien says, any clue on the 2 rumored first-party PSVR 2 games, devs and games? If I had to guess, one of them is Gran Turismo 8, but I'd have no idea what the other one might be, if they exist. Nerd says, I was going to buy you Tactical Assault. Yeah, I just looked at the screenshots for that game. It's kind of got like a Rec Room kind of a vibe going on. Devour is fun, but it is different than Phasmo, says Deadeye Dan. I watched many of your vids and now just subscribe. I thought I was already subscribed. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate that. Rego says Last of Us and God of War. Yeah, listen, all of this shit should have been there already. But you're right, we've been on this topic way too long. Let's move on to the next one. I'm sorry.
Jackpot, you need to find the same thing that you have there. You need Towley from South Park. That's what you need.
He already looks like fucking Towley though.
That's what I've been maybe think of it is that. It's
Oh shit, he's got a. What's he holding? Is that a blunt?
I don't know.
A baguette? Is that a very long baguette? It's gone.
A baguette.
It is. Muzz, this next topic, I think you'll like. We don't have too much to go on, but this Dungeons of Eternity game that you had your eyes on for a while, co-op, dungeon crawler, the developers have strongly implied in a tweet, when asked about PSVR2, they said, PSVR2 is in our sights. Stay tuned, exciting updates are on the horizon.
I heard about this,
go.
yes.
There you go, Muzz. This trailer now is from the Quest footage, so that's why it looks like it does. I'm sure the PSVR2 version would look a bit better than this.
Better lighting, better contrast, yes. I really hope it does, and I hope it doesn't take like another half a year for that to actually happen, because that seems to be a trend right now where people say like we're looking into it or it's on our radar, blah blah blah, different kind of similar statements, and then we're just waiting month after month, like when?
Yeah.
When are we getting it?
So it's like contractors, they've got the things like it's on her to-do list. Blade and Sorcery,
exactly.
Blade and Sorcery are like, we're looking into it, and now these guys are like,
all
it's in our
that kind of
sights.
same
You
word.
know?
It's in our sights.
We're not confirming.
On our
Nothing
radar.
concrete. Nothing concrete. No fucking legal binding. You know, they could cancel it any second. But yeah,
We think it might happen one of these days.
I think so many of these indie developers don't know how difficult it is to get through Sony's QA process and shit. So that's why it ends up being way longer than even they themselves think it's gonna be.
Yeah. No, I think this looks like it could be really fun. Everyone that plays it says it's really good quality. It's kind of what I was hoping Legendary Tales was going to be, but it was Legendary Tales was good, but just too slow paced, and it just kind of get repetitive because you only had so much game level to like walk through. So then once you did it, then it's just you're just doing the same thing with the same enemies and the same places, and it just
the enemy variety was really
enemy variety. And it's because of the pacing, like how slow you move, and the combat was good in it, but the pacing was very, very slow and sluggish. It kind of just,
Jesus
Christ. Makes you lose interest.
Why did it just zoom in? I'm sorry, Muzz. Fucking
I'm
this
trying to get
bitch
the
is just distracting me
dinosaur
with
back,
these
but I
random...
remember what button it is. I think it's this one. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Vegas.
Shit.
Douglas says, okay, thanks for tip.
There it
That's
is.
now says it's currently oh, interesting. The bundle is currently unavailable. I got in there
What
just in
bundle?
time. The bundle I got.
Damn, you got lucky. You're right on time.
Oh,
You're lucky you did it.
Okay. Deadeye Dan says Bobo M3 is €4,900, and then you need 2 more batteries and a double battery charger, so maybe €125,000 altogether. Damn, that's crazy. Deadeye Dan says I have Dungeons of Eternity. It's pretty good looking on Quest 3. So this trailer I have here is like from launch, so I'm sure it does look a lot better. Rego says, wait, what game is this? Did I not say their name? Sorry, Dungeons of Eternity.
you did.
Oh, I meant to say that. I'm sorry.
That comment was probably made before you said it.
Okay,
It's
I'm
delayed.
sorry. Laughing at Jackpot's true self, says Donnie. Next topic. Douglas says, I'm looking forward to Metro VR game. Yeah, that's another one that's kind of going under the radar a little bit as well, but it's still due for this year. So I'm sure we'll get a nice little trailer. Maybe, I think so. We're going to be at Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, I think there's some pretty decent games still coming out this year for PSVR 2, so it's not really all doom and gloom. Like, I think there's quality still coming out for the headset. And like I said earlier, like, there's not tons of games that I'm, like, really dying to play on PC. Like, I think there's more variety that I want to play right now on PSVR 2 than PC VR, but just the handful... Well, the handful of games that I want to play, like Contractors and Half-Life and others, like that I can't get on PlayStation VR 2, I'll certainly enjoy playing. But
That's all
overall,
you
like
need, Muzz. That's all you need.
Well, yeah, but I mean the game catalog on PSVR2 has like I think more games overall that are good quality that I want to play than PCVR, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there might be more. There might be more in volume, how many games you can play, but quality-wise, most of them aren't as good. So, I guess that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I have no issue with 2024. Like 2023, very, very good. Like the launch year of PSVR2 is like excellent.
Yeah.
2024, not as good, but still very good, I think. But my worry with PSVR2 is like after that. I'm worried about 2025, 2026, etc., etc.
Right.
Because
Well,
these
that's where we have to
deals,
hope
like
that,
Metro... Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say that's where we hope that the increase in the sales that they got off the
Yeah.
headset with that
Yeah.
short sale will get the numbers up high enough that they want to keep up with making games for it, basically.
Yeah.
But the one thing that will kill it fast is if they did increase the sales on the VR2 by a substantial number, and then they eventually bring out like a big title, like another first-party title, whenever they decide to. If that one doesn't sell and it's like an instantly fail, then that's pretty much it, I think. If they give us like another big substantial first-party Sony game for VR2 after the increase of all the headsets and no one buys that game that they release, then they'll be like, all right, so screw it, we're out.
I don't know. I think the
I
ratings-
think they already knew. I think these people know since 2 years ago exactly their plan, and they knew this, and they knew they were not going to spend that much and all that, you know. So I don't.
Yeah.
I think obviously if things dramatically change based on what their expectations are, then maybe yeah. But I do think that they knew since the beginning. That's why they're not pushing it. That they're not going to sell as much. They're not going to, put as much money on developing first-party PSVR 2 games, or as much as we wanted to at least. So. I feel like I hope that it did sell more than they were expecting. So hopefully it changes their stuff. But it just tells me based on they don't tell us anything. You can't they don't promote the thing. It's just like I feel like they've known since the beginning what they want to do, and they're hopefully like you said something changes. But I don't see it. But I shit on it a lot because I'm fucking mad because I lost $600 kind of. I feel like. But I don't think it's terrible. If you don't have anything else, the PSVR 2 has a lot of good games, good. But obviously, if you compare, in my opinion, with what's out there in VR, it does kind of suck because we're missing a lot. We're missing out in a lot of good games and experiences. So.
But you won't be anymore. That's why it's a better headset to buy for someone. If someone out there doesn't have a VR headset and they have a PS5, then it's absolutely a better thing to get the VR2, because then you have access to the PS5 and Sony VR games that you have all like the HDR and haptics and all those, and then they can also play all the PC VR games.
But it doesn't. But for me, let's say that I don't have a VR headset and I have a PC, but I have a PS5. For me, it doesn't make sense to spend, let's say, the $550 on a headset. Then okay, now I can get access to a couple more games on the PS5, right? That I cannot get on the. But for me, I prefer to spend them. But I prefer to spend the money on the Quest because the Quest opens up not only a library but a bunch of different things that I can do. It has its own ecosystem. So for me, it's better to spend the money on a Quest instead of the PSVR 2 because yeah, the games that are on the PSVR 2, yeah, they're cool, the exclusives. But for me, everything else that the Quest has to offer, it's way better than having to play Gran Turismo unless you're obsessed with racing games. But for me, it does not make any sense to buy this if you don't have a VR headset and you want to get into PCVR, unless you want to save the money and get it on the sale. But for me, it just doesn't make any sense.
I think that's when most people bought it. All these people that I'm referring to, I think, bought it when it was discounted by $200. So all those people bought the right headset when it was discounted like that because now they have access to the PS5 games and they have access to the PC games.
But PS5 games, what are we talking about? Gran Turismo? Resident Evil,
Gran Turismo,
Snaps.
Don't
forget Snaps.
Come on, don't tell me Snaps is on the level of Gran Turismo.
Snaps is a game like in terms of
like for you to tell me you need to get a PSVR 2 instead of a
Quest.
Quest because of Snaps, you're not gonna.
But all the games, even all the games that are on there that you can play on Quest, like Arizona Sunshine 2, better to play on PSVR 2. Like all the games that are on both I would rather play the PSVR2 version, and I think you would too because of the haptics and all the better features. So they can play those games on PS5, all the games that are on both, play the better version on PSVR2. The games that you don't have access to on PSVR2, you can play on PC. You have the best of both worlds.
But the both worlds, but in my opinion, again, it's because you guys don't have a Quest, don't know that. But in my opinion, the Quest alone, I will get a Quest 2 instead of a PSVR 2 because I'll get it for $150 and I'll get into VR and I won't play Gran Turismo. For me, it just, again, I'm different. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'll prefer to get a Quest and save the money, even at the $350. You know,
it depends on where your quality bar is, I guess, in terms of visuals and features, I guess.
It's because for me, I prefer the games and having the ability to do all the other stuff instead of having to look at pretty moss. You know, for me,
look what you did, Douglas. You look what you did. All he said is, "I'm looking forward to Metro." 20 minutes later,
to me, like it is better. Like I agree. That's why I get the Pavlov. I cannot play Pavlov in other headset. It has to be a PSVR 2, otherwise it's fucking trash. So I agree in that sense. But for me, still, again, because I've tried the Quest, so I have my own opinion. I still would prefer the Quest because of all the other stuff.
But the way you are
having to look at a game a little bit prettier, or you know what I mean.
The way you are with Pavlov is how I would be with like all of the multi-platform games. Like look at the fantastic Max Mustard, for example. Have you seen the comparisons between Quest
once you're
and
in the game,
2? It's like night and day, you know.
Yeah, but again, we're talking about the games that you can play on the PSVR 2, and of course, the PSVR 2 is gonna be a million times better for the most part, just on the graphics. But
that's
again, for me, but my point is that for me, the graphics are not it. That's why the Quest is so successful, because people want to play the shit. Otherwise, the PSVR 2 will sell like pancakes because people care about the graphics, you know?
People aren't playing games on Quest. All they're doing is buying us, and they're using it for porn, and they're using it for...
well, there you go. But they're buying it. They're buying it more. It's more... You can do more than just play games. That's
I understand that. That's not criticism. Like it is more of
I know.
an open thing.
I'd say my opinion is different because I feel like for me, all that other stuff is worth more. Because I want to access all that shit, and I don't mean just the porn. I mean the other
the gay porn too.
That's 99% or no. But yeah, I agree. You can't touch games for the most part after you play them on the PSVR 2 shooter games, in my opinion.
Yeah, listen, we're all correct, I think, especially me.
We have different opinions.
You didn't say anything to that whole discussion.
I was thinking a lot of things, I swear, Muzz. But my point about the Metro thing, which I wanted to bring up like 15 minutes ago, was that, like, we were talking about how, like, the boost in sales, well, like, keep Sony in it or whatever, but whatever decisions they make now, like, would take years to see the ripple effect of it, because these games don't get developed on the spot. It takes years to make them. So, for example, when we're praising the 2024 lineup and saying, like, we still have Metro, we still have Alien, we still have this and that, it's like these games were, like, agreed upon, like, in 2020, 2021 or whatever. They were already been in development since before the PSVR 2 was even a thing. So I don't like the way people, like, point to this year and last year as a proof that there's, like, great support and we shouldn't be worried, because we don't have that for 2025 and 2026. We have a very small roadmap going forward. Maybe we get contractors, but that's not in stone. You know, even Dungeons of Eternity is not necessarily in stone. Blade and Sorcery maybe as well. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of stuff.
Aces of Thunders.
Jesus, that game ever going to come out?
No.
Damien says, do you guys think Sony is going to keep the price at $350 until the holidays? No, it's already back up. It's already back up, Damien. Yeah. It's over.
It was never even on sale. Never even on sale in Canada.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's fucked up. Maybe you'll get one separate one, you know? Just for yourselves. A little week. Canada week.
Here, Canada, you have $20 off. There you go.
Rogue says, Aces of Thunder are like, it's done, but stay tuned. Yeah, Jesus, they've been like...
Yeah.
I swear to God that the PSVR 2 version of that game is done, that they're just working on a Steam version, because they know the PSVR 2 player base can't support it by itself. Damien says, Muzz, did you enjoy Arizona Sunshine 2? And do you think the devs can handle Metro? Good question.
I'm enjoying Arizona Sunshine 2 more than I thought I would, and I think it could definitely handle the Metro.
Yeah, you think like a big... Like Metro will be considered AAA, like, you know, this is a bit of a step up for them. You think they could handle that?
Yeah, I think so. Like, if they take what they did with Arizona Sunshine and just build on that, I mean, it's going to be a different style game completely, like in terms of like how you feel when you're playing it. It's going to be like slower and much more like gun maintenance and all that kind of stuff to it. So see how they deal with that. But I think it'll turn out great.
Good question, Damien. Douglas says racing games better on PC. Course you got iRacing, Race Room, etc. Course F124 World Rally. Yeah, all that F1 and World Rally, that shit should be on PS5 or PSVR2. I should say. It's crazy that they're not.
Yeah.
All we get is GT7. You're correct, but that's not a bad fucking consolation prize either. You know.
The best in my opinion, is one of the best VR games.
Yeah.
Overall.
Honey Badger says, I'm with Jackpot. Gameplay over graphics. This is the guy. He's an Xbox gamer, so he doesn't have graphics.
Not an Xbox gamer, baby.
No, Honey Badger is. Well, you used to be.
Oh, I used to be, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
this
in the
guy.
dark
Xbox
side.
have ruined him. Xbox have ruined poor Honey Badger. He doesn't know what graphics look like anymore. LSB says, the game isn't changed, just the visuals. Wrong.
But they do look
Can't
a lot
prove
better,
it.
though. I saw the colors and everything. It's crazy.
I think people are too quick as well to dismiss visuals. It's like, oh, it's just visuals. But it's like, when you're in virtual reality, immersion is very important, and good quality visuals add to that. You know.
Of course.
Well,
But if I can
yes,
pick not having a game over having visuals, I prefer to play this shitty
obviously,
graphics game
I
over
know.
playing the year.
I will agree. I will always say gameplay is more important than visuals. But if I have the option to have both, I will definitely have both.
There you go.
Yeah.
Max Mustard is still the same game. Lots of LSB. I was kind of jokingly using Max Mustard. I mean, it is it looks a lot better on PSVR 2, but yeah, it is. It plays the exact same. Douglas says it's best to get PSVR 2 and a Quest 2, like what I got. Lol.
Damn. Get both.
I guess depends on what libraries you want. What exclusives are important to you. Hopefully, Max Mustard will get a Quest 3 graphics update sometime down the line, says LSB. Douglas says PSVR2 PC adapter now on Amazon alone, but unavailable.
Damn.
Have they sold them all in that bundle? I think you're talking about. If you check that one, is it French? Does it have like a French title, even though it's on Amazon UK? Because if that's the one you're looking at, that one's actually been there for days and it was always unavailable. It was weird. It's a weird listing. I don't know why it's in French. But don't worry about that, Douglas. I think tomorrow. I don't know what time they update their stores at or whatever on Amazon or their database, however that works. But get up early in the morning and have a look. Okay, next topic then. Dungeons of Eternity. Muzz is hyped. I'm not too fussed about it. I think Legendary Tales has kind of put me off that kind of a game a little bit, maybe.
Oh, that's not fair. You have to.
It's fair.
And a TV. $50 and a TV. That's why Muzz. That's why he hates
€700 TV. Gone. Okay, next one is Subside. We got a trailer for Subside. This game is coming soon to Steam VR, so there you go, Jackpot. You're whinging about me not covering PC VR games. Here's a PC VR game, but obviously it's the developer has said once he's finished with the PC version, it's going to come to PSVR 2 as well. So yeah, this is actually like an insane looking game. It's like very reminiscent, especially towards the end when he's in like a shark cage and a shark pops up. Very much like, you know, what was the name of that? Like Shark Experience game or
And the demo.
Shark Attack or
Shark Attack or
something like that. The VR Worlds game by London Studios.
Yeah.
So, but this is like looks like it's much more in depth and the visuals are like fucking insane. Look at that water. Look at that water, and then it's like nighttime, deep sea scuba diving shit. You know, it's nice.
That looks
it's
sick.
nice.
I really like the visuals of the water like dripping down. It's like off your goggles. Like the water looks pretty realistic on how it.
Can you imagine the graphics? Have you guys played Subnautica? At least a little bit.
No, I keep hearing about it, but I haven't even watched gameplay of it. Apparently, it's very scary.
I stopped playing it because it was fucking scary. But I stopped playing it because it was scary. And I was like, okay, I gotta play this in VR because there's a VR mod on the PC. Told Decepticon.
Subnautica? I did not know that.
Yep, that's a game that I really want to play. I wish it was co-op because that would be a fun game to play co-op.
Damn, no co-op mods. Why is PC so trash?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. Keep talking about mods and then they don't have them. No, it's not that one. It's the link when you click from that bundle. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I get you, Douglas. That link was never working, so don't worry about that. That's not a new thing. I understand.
There's a mod.
Yeah.
There's a multiplayer mod.
There is. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Can't win. I just can't win. John Doe definitely wants to go deep diving. Yeah, that'll get you in the mood. The only problem with this, like, I wonder, is it like too much of an experience? You know, is it just gonna be boring after like an hour or two? And you know, I don't know. But
I think
maybe
there's things that you can collect like on the ocean floor, I think, but I don't know what like other like gameplay elements there are other than just exploring. Kind of like the same as kayak VR, like kind of like a nice
Having like collect
relaxing.
here, collect there,
Yeah,
dive over here.
tourist
find
game.
these things around the ocean floor.
Yeah, enjoy. All right.
They would have been smart to include some kind of like camera, like you can take like underwater pictures of the different fish and like and have like a collection. Like the more pictures you find of different fish species, it'll add to your collection. And then when you have like everything found, then you get a trophy or something.
Pokemon.
This
Collect
looks
all the
for me
Pokemon.
more appealing
Yeah.
than the kayak game.
Gotta take pictures of them all.
Yeah, I think so too. More chilled. Maybe this would be a good one to show, like your mother. Or
Oh
something,
yeah,
you
I mean
know?
the water visuals are fantastic though. Like the lighting and everything is great.
That's like he's literally built a game around. He's like he made cool looking water. He's like, damn, how do I turn this into a game? And it's like, here it
I need to
is.
do something with this.
But hats off to whoever it is. I don't even know what the studio is or how big they are or whatever. But yeah, coming soon. That's all we know. All right, next topic then. We've already mentioned it a few times, but just to mention it again, Half-Life Alyx is on sale right now on Steam for 66%. You'd imagine it's because of PSVR2 support. You know, they're probably trying to get people a chance to buy it. It's like €20 for me. $20, I'm guessing,
Nice.
for the Americans. And for Muzz, it's probably like €20,000 or Canadian Monopoly monies or whatever it is, Maple Leaves.
I already have it downloaded.
Oh, never mind.
Already got it.
Never mind.
Nice. Tomorrow, Muzz.
Remember, I mentioned
Jealous.
that Amanda just suddenly saw it like in her library, and she's not sure how it got there. So, yeah.
Must be some
Just
glitch.
waiting.
Must be
It
some
is-
glitch in
it
Steam.
it just appeared. They just gave it to me. That's all they did.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a free copy because they
Welcome.
know.
With your Steam account, I made a Steam account. They gave me a free game.
Yep.
Just like Epic. All right, that's all we have to say about that. Obviously, I bought it. Don't know when I get to play it, but I got it. Everyone has it. If you have a VR2,
2
you gotta
months.
have it. Rego says
Yeah, I
there's a
heard it's pretty
demo
good.
of Subside. That's cool. I'll check that out. If my PC can handle it, I guess, because it looks very beefy. Or you might need a beefy PC to run that. I don't know.
You'll be fine, bitch.
Rego says, I played Subnautica in VR. It was awesome, but only controller support or mouse and keyboard. That's fine with me.
That's fine. Yeah.
Resident Evil
controls.
7 was controller only. I love that game. LSP says the water effects on this are enough to warrant my curiosity. Well, there you go. Rogue says that Subnautica.
Should have said you should have said wet your curiosity. What's wrong with you?
Whet your appetite. Wet.
Oh, wet your appetite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wet your curiosity.
Moist it.
Moisten your curiosity.
Rogue says Subnautica has a full story campaign. Does it cutscenes and all that shit, or like is this kind of like
so.
go here, do this, collect?
I think at the beginning there's a
Baby bones.
cutscene though. But it's good. I played a little bit. I played like for 4 or 5 hours and it was fucking good.
Okay.
It gets very tense when you have to go down and fucking. You're losing oxygen and then you have a little fucking tube because you can build tubes to like for oxygen and then you run out of tubes. So you're like fuck. And then you need to go deeper and then you fucking lose the fucking tubes and you're fucking panic because you're not gonna make it up the surface.
Damn.
Good shit.
Good shit as it is. It's like it's not like a survivally type game.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's not like
totally
boring.
Survivor.
It's not slow. It's survival, but it can get scary. Not only
you run into
tense,
like
but,
giant monsters.
and shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's cool.
Douglas says I might get Half-Life when I order this adapter. Well, I don't know how long the sale is going to go on for, but keep an eye on us, just because
tell you
you,
right
you
now.
don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it, Douglas. Allegedly, I haven't played it myself, but apparently it's one of the best VR games of all time.
And
Brooks?
somehow I have not been I have not been spoiled, but there is supposed to be like a really good ending, and I have not. Somehow I haven't come across like an article where I
Should
read
have
that.
said that, Muzz.
No, and it'll never
Jinxed.
happen.
You just jinxed yourself now.
Next comment I read.
Yeah.
So the end of the game, this happens. Ah.
The sale ends August 19th, at least in the US for Half-Life.
Nice. That's a good bit of time. 12 days more. Reg says, some people say Subnautica is one of the best VR experiences along with Outer Wilds. Interesting. I'll look into Subnautica because people keep talking about it. But I don't really like survival games too much, so I'm worried that put me off.
Trust me, you'll like it. You'll like it.
Damien says, or maybe Damien, off work this week. I was too. Me too. And on the fence on which game to pick up tonight, Hellsweeper 2 or Legendary Tales. I play all my games seasoned. Are you able to play Legendary Tales season? I think they patched that in, didn't they? Yeah, they patched that shit in soon enough for me. But I would have said Legendary Tales, but then Hellsweeper got that big update as well, where they like added the full phase of rendering and they fixed a load of issues. So Hellsweeper is supposed to be really good too. So I guess it depends on if you like want an actiony kind of game or if you want more of a simulatory kind of game. Like the combat in Legendary Tales is much more realistic. Sim-like, I guess.
Yeah, like in my opinion, I would go with Legendary Tales, but it's Hellsweeper is much faster, so.
And I feel like maybe Legendary Tales it's a little bit more, not bare, but it can be easier to feel kind of lonely and just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I play both a little bit, and they're both. I don't think they're bad games, but they're different. I think it's easier unless you really like to like you say fucking grind and do shit like that by yourself if you want to. I think Legendary
it's a slow
Tales
grind.
better.
It's a very slow pace. It's a very slow grind, slow paced game, Legendary Tales. So and it also takes a long ass time to get used to those menus.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe look at some reviews.
You would spend the first day of owning it. You will just trying to get used to like what buttons to press to like interact with
or craft
grabbing
something
things out of the menu. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't explain things well, but once you get the hang of all the the menu system, then it does start getting much better once you can do it quicker and figure things out. But,
yeah.
Man.
Rego says, wait till you go deep diving in Subnautica VR in pitch darkness, hearing shit. Well, thanks to the OLED display of the PSVR2, it will be true pitch darkness this time. Rogue says there's 2 motion controller mods for Subnautica. 1 meh and 1 really good. Interesting.
Nice.
So you gotta go looking for mods for motion controllers?
Individual mods.
You said there was like
controller.
profiles or some shit, no?
That's for the UEVR stuff. You download the profiles for each of the games if you want like third person, whatever.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, for the other ones, it's very easy. You just download a file, you drag it to a folder, and that's it. There's no crazy installing, nothing crazy.
LSB says, can you still feel the haptics in your PSVR2 controllers when you play PCVR? Do you feel nothing? You get basic rumble. You don't get the haptics though. So it's going to be a huge downgrade that way. Because the haptic effects in Alyx are fantastic with the Quest 3 controllers. Interesting. There will be vibration, but it won't be like the detailed haptic shit going on. Douglas says, I did like No Man's Sky in PSVR 2. Good one.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one. Rogue says, check out Outer Wilds VR though. Tornado Water Planet is cool. Also check out Firewatch VR. I actually played Firewatch like on PS4 when it came out. Was it a PS Plus game or something? I can't remember what I played as.
Is that the one where you're walking through the forest?
Yeah, you're like you live in a watchtower, you're like a park ranger or something. Yeah, it's like a woman on the walkie-talkie. I can't remember what happens, but
man, I didn't realize that had a VR mod as well.
Yeah.
Every game has a VR mod. I just saw a video. You guys know Beardo Banjo, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was just had a video on the other day playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, apparently it's hard to find the fucking mods. Like Rockstar.
Well, yeah, Rockstar. Yeah,
Red Dead Redemption 2 is very fucking hard to get, or very hard to install.
They don't let them stay up very long. You need to download it quick before they remove it.
That's whack. All right, next topic is Compound. It's not new, by the way, but we never actually talked about this properly before, and it's coming out very soon. So it's got like a really cool, like Doom visual style going on, but like maybe more colorful or whatever. But it's coming out on the 13th of August.
That's fucking weird.
It's gonna have the adaptive triggers and all not dynamic full-face render. I guess they only mentioned adaptive triggers and haptics. I was gonna say all the bells and whistles, but 2 bells.
No whistle.
No whistle. But I think it looks cool. And, I'd never played this flat. But just the fact that it's got that retro style in virtual reality,
Yeah.
I think is cool.
Looks
Yep.
cool.
But yeah, that's all I want to say. Keep an eye out on this one. Looks good. Alright, next one is exciting.
Is it?
Flat2VR got big investment from this kind of fancy pants investment firm, I guess you could call them. I don't really know what they are. A16Z is the name of this company that have invested in them. So they had 4,000 people apply for this, and only 37 were selected, or 4,000 companies or whatever. And of the 37, Flat2VR were one of them. So this guy here in the video is talking about, he's like the leader of Flat2VR. I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. But he's explaining the benefits of this. So it's not just cash benefits, but it's going to open doors for them to be able to talk to like bigger studios, and maybe, we could get like bigger IPs coming to VR officially through Flat2VR Studios if they port them. So it's very exciting. And keep in mind as well, they're going to reveal their very first game in the 15th of August with that VR gaming showcase thing, which I'm really looking forward to. And
Yeah, we were already trying to guess what it would be, but man,
what did we guess?
Very exciting.
Bioshock was one guess. Bugsnax was
Far
one
Cry.
guess, and Far Cry, that was it. Yeah. But listen, people are always shouting for like Grand Theft Auto and fucking these big names, Cyberpunk, The Witcher, or whatever. But this kind of big investment, like maybe this could open the door for like those kind of big deals, because these guys are no joke. Anyway, good news for Flat2VR is good news for all of us, I think. So, good luck to them.
where are they going to be? Where are they going to be making that announcement in August? Or like just like on some kind of blog post, or
No,
is it gonna be like
the VR gaming showcase. The
Okay.
the AAA one that's coming on the 15th.
nice? Okay.
So hopefully I'll be able to stream it, but I don't know what time it's going to be. Anyway, next topic then is another one that we should have talked about a long time ago, but I kept forgetting to do is. But they released a new trailer for their Kickstarter. Tier 1 Direct Action is the name of the game. So this is being made up from former developers of the Onward game. Remember that game on Steam? And then Mesa acquired them, and then Mesa laid
I don't know
off.
why this game hasn't come to PSVR2 like already, because it's a good game. Nobody talks about that game. It's very hardcore. I like that game a lot. We don't fucking ever play it on the PC.
Yeah. Well, these guys, well, not all of them, like just 8 of them, I think, are from Onward, and then there's a bunch of developers from other games as well. So
Those
we've got,
character
like, a good-
animations there.
Yeah,
Those-
let me state this is alpha footage. It says at the very beginning this is like
Okay.
alpha footage. So
Well, maybe they improved it then, because
yeah.
I mean, the game could still be fun, but when I'm playing a first-person shooter in VR and I look at my teammate, if he's walking like he has a freaking
yeah, no, it's
stick
something
up his
grass.
ass, then I'm just like more laughing than enjoying the game.
Yeah. Let me read out some details about this one because we should have covered this ages ago. I kept forgetting to. So it's a multiplayer virtual reality tactical shooter. The studio is called Neo Run, or maybe Neo Run, I'm not too sure. They're currently at 18,000 of their 40,000 goal with 23 days to go. So if you're interested in supporting this game on Kickstarter, maybe that'll give you some encouragement. I don't know. They're saying it's inspired by Siege, and they're saying realism is a key point, and you can do some interesting VR interactives, like dragging your teammates when they're down, so you can like pick them up and drag them out of danger,
Nice.
and, like revive them then or whatever. You
I
can climb
still
ladders.
don't understand why more don't do that.
Yeah, you can climb ladders. You can fast rope down from helicopters. You
Nice.
can bandage yourself, although, like in the third person view, it kind of looks a bit comically large. I don't know. They're saying over 30 weapons and dozens of attachments.
Overheating.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I thought it was an unusual thing.
Attachments. Cool.
I don't think I've ever seen overheating in like a game
Yeah.
like this. But anyway,
Man,
up
some
to-
of those animations though, if they can polish some of those animations, like the shooting,
Yeah.
like the guy shooting the gun, his hands are staying still, but the gun's going back and his
Yeah.
hands aren't moving.
kind of reminds me of
A little rough. That's a little rough.
some Honor and
But-
Juicy creeping in there.
Yeah, well, this is alpha footage, so hopefully these are
Yeah.
things that they're going to be getting straightened out.
So on top of those weapons, there's also up to 10 tools, including grenades, breaching devices, and EMPs. customization is going to feature with both guns and the characters. You saw like a clip, you can pick country patches and shit on your uniform. Loadouts are split into 3 tiers, which I thought was very strange. I don't think I've seen this before. So you can pick like a light tier, a medium tier, and a heavy tier. So if you pick a light kind of guy, you can't carry as much and you're not as armored, but you can move around better.
It's like Rainbow Six, right? Different characters, some have different weapons and shit, or is it just...
Does that affect their movement speed and shit as well?
I think some characters are faster in running, and some, like the heavier dudes, I think they're slower to run.
Okay, well maybe it is like that then.
They're saying I like the concept idea, sounds cool, but yeah, I agree with Maz.
It just looks rough right now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping like once it gets out of alpha stage or beta stage, it's going to be a lot more exciting. Yeah. Over 6 maps, they're saying with day and night cycles, or sorry, night variations. So I don't know if they're counting day and night as like 1 map each, if you know what I'm saying. So 3 maps. I don't know. But they're saying the maps will feature destructibles. There's going to be user-generated content, apparently.
Nice.
10 different modes, both PvE and PvP, and they gave an example of Capture the Flag and Sabotage. There's 2 of them. They're going to have a detailed progression system with rankings and shit. There's going to be a social hub area that you can just like hang out before games and after games. And early access is going to be coming to Quest 2 and 3 later on in 2024. And then on PSVR2, Steam, and Pico in early 2025. And then they're aiming to release the full game in late 2025. So a year away. I don't know how much polish you can get done in a game like this in a year to bring it up to stand. Maybe they can if they hit these goals. I don't know.
It's a pretty small team, right? So
yeah,
I don't think it's not a
How
big
about the
studio
gameplay? If the gameplay is really good, I feel like it can survive until they fix the things. But yeah, it looks a little rough, but it looks cool. The concept, I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and they've got stretch goals as well. If they like, there's one for 100 grand and 200 grand or whatever. And the fussage again, I want to stress, is that it's alpha, so not necessarily
also
representative.
Depends with that destructible environment it's supposed to have. I wonder how extensive that is. Like, can you just blow a hole in whatever wall you want to and just like Battlefield style kind of thing?
Well, it says destructibles on the map, so maybe that's just like, you can blow open a door, or something like that. Maybe,
not destructible environment.
I don't think it's a destructible environment. It's just that there's destructibles on the map.
I wonder if you can shoot through the walls. I think Decepticon, he's full of shit. We know you can't trust him. But I think he said, maybe LSB can remind me. I think he said that in contractors they were gonna add some walls that you can shoot through. But I don't know if he was full of shit.
I think I heard that too. Jackpot.
Oh, he was probably lying then.
Interesting. Next topic. Mess up money, bitch, says Bad Robo. LSB says, imagine a Sony console HMD that played all games in VR. Imagine all the people. Damien says, it's been fun, you guys. Thanks again for the content and have a great night. Hellsweeper 2 time. Enjoy, Damien. Bad Robo says, I'll be back in 20 minutes. We could be over by then. We probably will be. LSB says that's the kind of shit that Flat2VR will lead to one day. I hope so. I hope that's like a big step for them now into getting someplace big. Douglas says, now on Amazon for that adapter, it says this item cannot be dispatched to your selected delivery location. Please choose a different delivery location. God damn, I don't know what's going on, Douglas. I'm dreading the fact, I hope I don't have an email saying your order has been cancelled now or something. I'm scared of that. But yeah, anything else we want to say about Tier 1 before we get to the fax machine?
You're gonna get an email saying your DVD player is on its way.
Yeah. Another DisplayPort cable. Okay, I'm going to say we have nothing else to say about that, and we'll boot up the old fax machine.
It's that time again for questions and topics submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
And we're back. We're back in the room. We've got 3 today. The first one is from Rizmaster Blueface, aka Roy Schwartz. You might better know him as. He says, I have a pickle, lol. My PC, to me, is a beast. I have a 2080 Ti and have never had an issue. But, considering the PC advancements over the last few years have jumped significantly, should I power through and see what happens? Or pull the trigger on a graphics card that cost about what I paid for my whole rig? Shit. Thanks, fellas. Jack, but I feel like this question's for you because I don't know shit about PCs. Like, it's a 20
Well, I don't know
AC.
much, but all I know is that
We'll
I've
refer to
noticed.
Rogue in the comment section.
Yeah,
for
where's
this.
Rogue? Is he still here?
Yeah, Rogue, because I think it just depends on how, because I feel like PC people for the most part are very hardcore, like, oh, the fucking, if you can get one little graphics and overclock this and make the little all this shit. I'm a basic bitch. Plug it in, no overclocking, none of that stuff. So for me, the VR topic conversation, Decepticon plays with a 1660 Super, right? Which is not the newest card, but it runs everything he wants. So if you want the best of the graphics and run all this shit and whatever, maybe be safe for another 5, 6, 7 years, whatever, then maybe. But for me, like, it's not like when you, in my opinion, when you play, let's say, Half-Life in medium settings or high settings, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Okay, let me spend another $1,000, $2,000 on, for me. But everybody's different. Some people want the newest of the newest shit. The computer that I had before couldn't even run Phasmo, so it was a 960 graphics card, so I had to upgrade, and I ended up getting the 4070 after a billion years. But it just depends on your preference. I think it's not necessary because your graphics card is fucking nice, but just, I guess, everybody depends on what they want.
All right, well, he doesn't really say what he wants in terms of like a specific game or whatever, so
But every
I guess there's
game
no harm for him
runs, you know.
there's probably no harm for
Like
him
if
to continue.
Half-Life is the most demanding, well, maybe Microsoft Flight Simulator, but that's like a very niche game. That's very demanding game, I've heard, in VR. But I just don't think that the games are gonna come in the next 2-3 years that he's not gonna be able to play them. I just don't think that's gonna be the case. So, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Where's Rogue?
Rogue's gone to sleep.
He's gone.
He's
Fighting
getting
off
he's
some
getting
sliders.
orally
He's getting
pleasured on the beach. Remember, don't forget. Donnie says, I think you can shoot through some walls with the BAMFG they just added. I'm guessing that's a new type of weapon they just added in the game.
Over OP gun. It's like a big old machine gun, like a 249 looking thing or something.
Okay. LSB says, do I get brownie points for not making fun of the PSVR2 PCVR adapter situation? Not in my opinion. I'll be dead in the grave before I give a Questicle any brownie points. John Doe says, you sure do, LSB. Agree to disagree. El Nini says, hello pumpkins, how are you doing, El Nini? Nice to see ya. LSB says, DICE is going to upgrade eventually anyway. Well, we'll wait and see. Next question is from LSB himself. He says, now that you'll have access to the PSVR2/PCVR adapter, how much coverage will you be giving PCVR via PSVR2 on your channel?
All of it.
Don't listen to this guy. I'm still going to
more.
I'm still going to be focusing on games that are coming to PSVR2 also. You know, so the likes of Phasmophobia, it's coming to PSVR2, so there's going to be a lot of that. Contractor Showdown's looking likely, at least, that it's coming to PSVR2, so a lot of that.
Devour.
Blade the Sorcery, you know, they're talking about us. A lot of that, and then, you know, I'll dabble with a bit of Devour here and there, but it's not going to be like making update videos about, oh, Devour's getting an update.
Well, there's not much there's not much update happening on that game, so don't worry.
There you go.
Doesn't need it.
El Nini says, I love my PSVR2. I'm glad to hear that. And Rogue is here. He says 20 ACTI is around the same as an overclocked 3070. Still decent, but Unreal Engine Viewer will be a struggle for a lot of games. So there you go, Roy Schwartz.
VR.
If you're looking for that Unreal Engine injector, that might be an issue for you. Alright, last question from Important. He says, would you still play Contractors if it were room scale and you actually had to bend over to pick up items? Absolutely, I played Pavlov. Like, that game forces you to bend down and pick shit up all the time. So yeah, even though I'm a fat bitch, and it's annoying to me as a fat bitch not to have a crouch button in games like that, but I'd still do it because they're cool as fuck.
And I think you're gonna be happy about talking about crouching, and I think you're gonna be happy. Not only that, I'm gonna say this, but you using it. Most of the time, I'll say 90% of the times that I use grenades and Contractors, it's with the firewall little bullshit line.
Well. Look who
But I want the
right
option.
all along.
I want the option because
Yeah,
listen,
options
hold
are
on.
always nice. Yeah, no,
Sometimes there's people in the wall next to me, and with that fucking I can't do anything. So I'll just pop it and I lob it like that. So I like the option of both.
Okay.
You're gonna see, you don't like that shit.
That's
It's
fair.
good shit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Douglas has a 3060 Ti and it's fine so far for me. There we go, for VR.
Okay.
Alright, that's the questions dealt with, the topics exhausted, the dancers have danced, and the muzzes have muzzed. We're putting the dancers to bed now.
Did I must?
Did you must all over the place?
Disgusting.
Change your pants. Change some pants immediately.
I gotta go. too much dancing girls for me.
Anyway, Muzz, Jackpot, thank you very much for joining me, as always. Everyone in the chat, thank you very much. And whoever it was who said they subscribed, I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry who it was, but thank you. I do appreciate that. And thanks for the questions from the Faction Machine and all the members, as you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and Decepticon for letting me use his music in all my videos. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, thank you. Very tastefully done. Hopefully, I'll have a lot more experience with PCVR by then, so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Muzz too, of
Much
course.
more in-depth topic on how that's working.
Phasmophobia, contracts. We can talk about all kinds of shit. It's gonna be good. Until then, though, goodbye.
Good request.
No, don't.
Good job, Dan Packer. I'm selling yours.
Get music, bitch.